Hi everyone and welcome back to Evocative Scents. Lattafa has dropped a new flanker to the Khamrah. If you are thinking of buying a new Khamrah but you aren't sure which one to buy, then this video might just clear some of your doubts. The original Khamrah was extremely popular. Some people compared it with the Kilian Angel here, but it wasn't a clone of that fragrance in my opinion. It sure shared the same space, but it certainly wasn't a dupe. Then came the Khamrah Kahwa, the more refined Khamrah with an added coffee note. And it was the best Khamrah for me. So will the Khamrah Dukhan dethrone the Khamrah Kahwa, and should you rush out and buy one? And before we start this video, if you are tuning into the channel for the first time, do consider subscribing to this channel, and yes, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on my new videos. And let's dive in. As always, we will start with the presentation and packaging. While the packaging is not very different, there are some issues that I honestly think that needs to be highlighted. Or it just might have happened with my fragrance unit. As you can see, the packaging is not very different, just different colorway. More of a maroon red tint instead of the brown color of the kahwa. There is a hologram at the right side for the authenticity of the product. Now let's open up the box and get to the bottle. And this is where I think they need to improve a bit. The bottle looks absolutely beautiful, and I also like the mirror finish at the back. It looks very premium, more premium than many designer fragrances. The bottle looks very beautiful, especially with the gradients that started with the kahwa and is again done with the Dukhan. But this time the bottom half of the bottle is finished in some sort of red color instead of the black and brown color from the kahwa. Honestly, this looks much more expensive than it really is. But there is a need of small improvement, which I think will improve the packaging even more. Especially it will be even more robust. As you can see, the mirror finish has been dented quite a bit, and this has happened during the shipping. But as you can see, the Khamrah kahwa was not affected, so it might just be that this unit was affected. But still, I feel that some improvement can be done. However, this damage is not just restricted to the box, it has also affected the bottle. Now for the reference, you can see the Khamrah kahwa bottle. It is totally pristine, as well as the box, which has the mirror finish. It has no scratches whatsoever. But now let's see the Dukhan bottle. This time the atomizer too has been colored to match the bottle color, so that's a really nice touch. If you notice carefully, the inner plastic lining has been damaged a bit, and now the cap doesn't click onto the bottle, at least not safely and securely. And now I cannot pick up this bottle with the cap. Not that I recommend you to do so, but now I have to be extra careful, especially when handling the bottle. I think adding a bit of styrofoam at the top could have prevented this. But now let's get to the spray test. The atomizer is very good, though not a pressurized one. It will get the job done nonetheless. It has a wide and long spray, but I hope that next time there will be a pressurized one. So overall, for the presentation and packaging, I think an 8 out of 10 would be pretty okay. So what do you think of this score? Let me know in the comment section down below. But for now, let's move on to the smell section. When you spray it for the first time, you will instantly connect it to the original Khamrah. There is no doubt about that. At the beginning, there is a little bit of cherry-like smell, more of a fruity thing going on. But it still retains the resinous and honey-like sweetness. Yet the sweetness has been toned down a lot. I always felt that the original Khamrah was a bit synthetic, especially in the opening. But with the kahwa and this one, this is not the case. These two fragrances are very smooth and well blended, and I don't think that you should go for the original Khamrah anymore. But what to do if you already have a Khamrah? Then you should not buy the Dukhan. Instead, you should go for the Khamrah kahwa. As far as Dukhan is concerned, there is a bit of spices in the opening, but it is more of a supportive role rather than a main one. There is also a bit of smokiness in the background, but it is not overpowering at all. If you were expecting for a smoky dark fragrance, you might be disappointed. Once the cherry-like smell and the fruitiness settles down, along with the initial dose of spiciness, the fragrance will trade into the similar and familiar Khamrah DNA. The sweet tonka bean and the praline will be the mainstay once the fragrance starts to dry down. If you hate sweet fragrances, then you might want to stay away from this lineup. But if you wanted to buy a Khamrah, but you don't like coffee for whatever the reason may be, then the Dukhan is an excellent choice. The best fragrance in the Khamrah lineup, in my opinion, is the Khamrah kahwa. Then it will be the Khamrah Dukhan, and at the last place will be the Khamrah. So for the smell, I would give this fragrance an 8 out of 10. It is a very good sweet smelling fragrance, but not a groundbreaking one. Now as far as versatility is concerned, it is definitely an unisex fragrance, so men and women can easily rock this fragrance. This is definitely a perfume for the cool weather, and it can be cloying in the hot weather. It is definitely not a formal fragrance, and I think that you can wear it to special festive occasions or gatherings, or even in a date situation, because it will certainly garner a lot of compliments. So for the versatility, a 7.5 would be appropriate. And now to the performance section. The performance is actually very good with this fragrance. A solid 1.5 hours of projection and a good 7 to 8 hours of longevity, especially on clothes. I would give this cologne a solid 8.5 for the performance. Also check out my Khamrah Kahwa review, and if you want to explore some other Lattafa fragrances, check out my top 10 Lattafa fragrance video. If you took anything value of this video, hit that like button, and if you love fragrances and fragrance related content, do consider subscribing to this channel, as your support really means a lot to me. As always, if you have any feedback for this or any of my previous videos, feel free to comment down below. And what is your favorite Lattafa fragrance? Let me know in the comment section down below. So that's it for today's video. I will meet you all in my next video. Till then, stay safe and as always, stay honest.